By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I constitute this meeting a lawful congregation of the University of Venda.
Please be seated.
Chancellor of the University of Venda, Advocate Mujanku Gumbi.
the Mayor of Thulamela Local Municipality, Councillor Salara Mbuda, Chairperson of Council, Mr. Genius Licheta, the Deputy Chairperson of Council, Ms. Ndanduleni Makari, Botobele Marosumba Kennedy Chivase, the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Corporate Services, Dr. Robert Martin, Deputy Vice Chancellor for Teaching and Learning, Professor Eusebius Likalakala Mukhele, University Registrar, Dr. Joel Baloy, the Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Botwe Krazia, Executive Deans, Professor Natasha Pokita, Professor Baroka Nyane, Professor Chilizi Murauzi, and the Acting Executive Dean of the Faculty of Humanities, Professor Tawanda Runare, President of the Convocation, Mr. Sylvester Mutadi, Director of Student Affairs, Mr. Azudoi Mukeli, SRC President, Mr. John Daka, and the entire SRC leadership that is here, members of Council and former member of Council, Pastor K.R. Majie, former Registrar of the University of Venda, Advocate Edward Lambani, members of Senate, and members of University Management, academic and administrative staff, esteemed royal and traditional leaders, religious leaders, invited guests, Univen alumni, student, graduate, parents and guardians, media practitioners, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Tobela. Abshe. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all and to those joining us through our virtual media platforms around the globe to the University of Venda 2024 Spring Graduation Ceremony. Spring is a season of hope, and there is no better way to start such a season than to celebrate a great achievement. Graduation is a very fulfilling achievement, not only in the life of student, but also an emotional and a proud moment for the parents and the loved ones. In fact, this day is a culmination of efforts of many people who have individually and collectively supported, encouraged, and comforted and challenged our graduates to get to this platform. It is indeed a joyous moment for a student, the guardians and the stewards, and the lecturers, the supervisors who guided you through this journey. But also it's a very important occasion in the calendar of the University of Venda. Students come to the university to learn and acquire skills, including life skills. Your resilience and personal strength have been tested even more during your years of study at this university. This occasion also serves to confirm, to certify that indeed we know you, that you've been here, and that you've fulfilled the requirements for the qualification for which you have enrolled. After 3 or 4 years of hard work and many sleepless nights, this is it. This is the apogee. This is the pinnacle of your endurance and dedication. This is the time when you feel that all your efforts, sacrifices of your parents, and all those that supported you and the time that you spent here, that it's now worth it. To you, our graduate, our parents and guardians, friends and academic support staff, congratulations on this great achievement. Finally, your years of toil has paid off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are meeting at this ceremony while we are at a university that is morning. The last few weeks have been a somber and sad as we mourn the passing of two of our former leaders. Our former Vice-Chancellor and Principal, Professor Moshe Gesla Nkondo, passed on 3 weeks ago. Professor Nkondo was the third Vice-Chancellor and Principal of the University of Venda. He served the university between 1994 and 2005. Similarly, last week, on Friday, we also learned of the passing of Professor Dobane Rexen Takati, who was the Deputy Vice-Chancellor at this university. Professor Takati served the university between the period 1999 to 2003. I wish, therefore, to humbly request that we observe a moment of silence in honor of their contribution to our university. May we please stand. May the soul rest in peace. Thank you. The two pioneers, men of gravitas, who gave our university heft and a stature amongst its peers. They presided over the university during a very difficult and challenging period in the history of higher education in South Africa. The period after 1994 was a very challenging period for historically black universities such as ourselves, as they needed to assert themselves as centers of excellence, on the one hand, as the champions of transformation in the democratic transition of our country. The University of Venda was fortunate to have a leader such as Professor Nkondo. He was a great and progressive thinker, a dedicated agent of change and transformation. He was amongst the leading champions of broad transformation forums in the public universities in South Africa. When the University of Venda was seized with the robust debate on the size and shape of universities that led some campuses to be merged with others and the acquisition of some colleges, Professor Nkondo took a stand, making a case for independence of our university. The University of Venda is neither near nor far from Gauteng. It is just where it is, he said, motivating that it must be allowed to grow and make its contribution to the development of South Africa right where it is located. Prof. Nkondo's contribution was altruistic and not for recognition. In spite of his stuttering, his voice was loud and his counsel was incisive. It is through his deeds that he has earned our respect and reverence of many across the length and breadth of our country and also beyond our shores. Likewise, Professor Takati's relationship with the University of Venda dates back in 1989, as I said, when he joined the university as a senior lecturer in the School of Public Administration. He had an illustrious career in academia and was later appointed as a Deputy Vice-Chancellor at this university. Prof. Takati was a servant of God, a trailblazing academic, a caring philanthropist, and a selfless community leader who served our country with dedication. He made a mark in the lives of many, and his demise will be felt by multitudes, particularly those in the academic sector. The University of Venda and Professor Takati's family will hold a memorial service today here at the university in the education building at 4 o'clock, or 2 o'clock, I mean to say. The two leaders laid a solid foundation for the university to find its feet and relevance in the new democratic era. Today, like dwarfs standing on the shoulders of the giants, we can gaze far and beyond pondering the future of our university. Let's take their mantle and preserve their legacy of academic excellence and critical thinking as we continue to shape our country for a better future. May the souls of Professor Gesla Mushenkondo and Professor Dobani Rexin Takati rest in eternal peace. Ladies and gentlemen, this graduation ceremony is also an opportune moment for us to share with our stakeholders, the parents and guardians of our students, the progress that we are making in advancing the fortunes of the university. Our vision is to propel our institution to become a university leading in engaged scholarship, producing graduates that are locally relevant and globally competitive. In this regard, our research outputs are growing in leaps and bounds, making inroads in reputable journals and publications. We are indebted to the researchers in the Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture who constantly lead in the research output production for our university. One such researcher and a scholar is Professor Ntakazeni Edwin Madara from the Department of Biochemistry and Microbiology, who has been instrumental in developing a research niche in an area of mass spectrometry of our university. His work put the University of Venda on a global map. The global significance of his project is underscored by the acceptance of his scientific paper by the prestigious Nature Microbiology Journal. We are also full of gratitude of the groundbreaking and novel work by Professor Pascal Besson, Professor Yoshan Mudli, Professor Afam Jediani, Professor Nikita Tavengwa, Emeritus Professor Lilian Mamino, Professor Tendai Chari, and Mr. Herbert Musarura, and many, many other researchers and academics in our university. It is precisely because of this quality of our academic output that our university is gaining recognition nationally and internationally for its rigor and scholarly outputs. Ladies and gentlemen, during this graduation ceremony, a total of 768 graduates will receive their certificates, diplomas, and degrees. Of the overall 768 graduates, I am pleased to report that 56 graduates are females, while 44% are males. 51 graduates will receive their honors degrees, 76 graduates will receive their master's degrees, while 33 will receive their PhD's degrees. Amongst the 33 PhDs to be awarded, these 11 of these will be awarded to our staff members at the University of Venda. And among these 11 staff members is Ms. Katie Wemadima from the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law, who is the first candidate to be awarded a Doctor of Philosophy in Criminal Justice in the history of School of Law at the University of Venda. We are also pleased that Mr. Manda Ligawambelengwa, a senior lecturer in the Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture, will be awarded a Doctor of Philosophy in Science also in the next ceremony. As we celebrate Women's Month, we're excited that two notable female candidates, Ms. Anashila Makado, who is 74 years, will be awarded a doctoral degree in nursing. And also Mrs. Nomna Linda Jobodwana, who is 71 years, will also be awarded a doctoral degree in sociology. Among those who will receive their master's degree is the MEC of Social Development in the Limpopo Provincial Government, Mrs. Florence Razilani, will be awarded a Masters of Public Management from the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law. Similarly, the former University of Venda SRC President, Mr. Ismail Mangani, will be awarded a Masters of Commerce in Business Information Systems from the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law. Ladies and gentlemen, our graduate success rate is not just in quantity, but the quality as well. Scores of our alumni occupy strategic leadership positions in both private and public sectors of our country and abroad. There is no sector in this country where you will not encounter a Univen graduate. I'm therefore confident that you too, our graduate, you will be joining a workforce, and I hope to meet some of you in the corridors of power and influence very soon. Univen does not seek just to produce what we call job seekers. We also strive to produce skilled graduates who are not only employable, but also who can be creators of employment through entrepreneurship. Hence, we are in constant and regular dialogues with industry partners to align our academic programs with the needs of our economy. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you some of the development around our infrastructure development. We are making good progress in developing a state-of-art infrastructure in support of our academic project. In 2023, we completed a number of building projects, including the Health Sciences Building. The building is designed to house 4 departments within the Faculty of Health Sciences and is equipped with a cutting-edge infrastructure. It has a total capacity of 686 occupants, and the facility is also expected to improve our student graduation success through the introduction of state-of-the-art laboratories, a biokinetics center, staff offices, nutrition labs, and also a cafeteria. The University of Venda is currently embarking on a number of construction projects. Amongst others, we are busy this year building what we call the nursing simulation building to the value of 40 million rand. We are also in progress to complete the Punda Maria and Bridge to the value of 152 million rand. We are also continuing with the refurbishment of the main administration building to the value of 103 million rand. We are pleased by the efforts of our Executive Committee of Convocation, who are deeply involved in ensuring that the university is able to raise funds to support the needy students. We are also grateful to one of our alumni, Mr. Talifani Chitwamuromoni, who is the founder of the Universal Greening Organization. Mr. Chitwamuromoni engaged my office and linked me with the NetBank Educational Trust, where we receive a once-off payment of 6.6 million rand directed towards supporting students in the STEM disciplines. In the same vein, our Chancellor Advocate Mujangu Gombe has consistently demonstrated a commitment to support our financial needy students who are struggling to pay their fees. The Chancellor has requested me and my team to compile a list of students who owe up to 60,000 rand so that she could assist in settling their outstanding debts. I think let's give that a hand. As part of our country's celebration of 30 years of democracy, the Chancellor donated 180 sneakers to female graduates during our 2024 autumn graduation. Over and above that, in this spring graduation ceremony, she has donated 30 sneakers to our female graduates. Join us as we express our appreciation to the Chancellor for her generous support. Ladies and gentlemen, as I wish to conclude, let me take you back to my opening statement where I said spring is a season of hope. Our country is grappling with serious challenges due to persistent low economic growth that we've seen over the years. Unemployment has reached unprecedented levels, currently sitting at about 40%. A number of our youth have become discouraged, and some have resorted to substance abuse. Poverty is also deepening, while the inequality gap is increasing, making South Africa to be one of the most unequal countries in the world. In such circumstances and the economic conditions that we are now in, it is possible for people to lose hope, as reasoned by an American sociologist, Professor Robert K. Merton. My message to graduates is this: that you must never be despondent because of the bad outlook, and neither should you allow hopelessness to seize your fortunes. We must remain hopeful and continue to sharpen our mental faculties and hone our skills to enable us to create and seize opportunities to better our condition. I said this inspired by former President Barack Obama, who illustrated this point, the triumph of hope over despair in his famous book, The Audacity of Hope. And this is what President Obama said, and I quote, "Hope is not blind optimism. It is not ignoring the enormity of the task ahead or the roadblocks that stand in our path. It is not sitting on the sidelines or shaking from the flight. Hope is a stubborn thing inside of us that insists that despite the evidence to the contrary, there is something better that awaits us, and we must have courage to reach it," close quote. The best way not to feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make something good to somebody, you will fill the world with hope, and you will fill yourself with hope also. And this is my message to you, that after years of hardship, there is a reward. And after every steep climb, we're supposed to descend. And after every winter, there is spring. And graduates, your spring is here. Grab it with your two hands and forge a bright future ahead. Hardship teaches us that resilience, and the hardship you're going to go through to get this graduation was a lesson of resilience, how you have demonstrated yourself during your stay here. If you could endure the 3 or 4 years of rigorous academic studies, and if you could, in these 3 or 4 years, stay focused on your goal until this joyous occasion, nothing can stand on your way. Let us be frank that there will be hurdles along the way. There will be some speed humps and patches of gravel. And such is life. Do not despair. Keep the hope burning. Remain audacious with your hope and keep dreaming for a better future. Once again, congratulations, and I thank you.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the certificates and the degrees that are reflected on the program to the candidates that the Executive Deans shall present to you.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I confer the certificates and degrees.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce the following qualification: Baccalaureus Curationis Praxis Extensa, Bachelor of Psychology, Bachelor of Science in Nutrition, Bachelor of Science in Recreation, Leisure and Leisure Studies, Bachelor of Science in Sports and Exercise Science. Alizuri Richedzani Julia. Makumbane Tendo. Masunde Chilizi. Matebula Nsuku. Mutupei Mbulungeni Andris. Nemudzivadi Ndivo. Rambau Pfunzo. Sitole Shannon Lola. Maluleke Muruli Esther. Manyua Mkondeleli Frida. Nema Uruma Hataluli. Netabani Muneiwa. Nechibulana Rusani. Ramusi Mutabela Gertrude. Ramuya Rolibuwa. Chisikule Konanani. Nakeng Matala Lebohang. Matumba Bugara. Mukwebo Butali Wisdom. Masalafu Uone.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce the following qualifications: Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Arts in Development Studies, Bachelor of Arts in International Relations, Bachelor of Arts in Media Studies, Bachelor of Theology, Bachelor of Arts in Language Practice, Bachelor of Arts in Youth in Development, Bachelor of Education Foundation Phase, Bachelor of Education Further Education and Training, Bachelor of Indigenous Knowledge Systems, and Bachelor of Social Work.
Mathabi Mulisa. Slavane Siyabonga Glenn. Mutuvatse Nomonde. Mudau Mulweli Freddy. Mutibi Russell. Ndlovu Amkelani. Ndlovu Nsuku. Nzobela Matimu. Smile before the camera. Nengweli Mashudu Elton. Smile, smile, smile. Nechakuma Oripa. Nechinombero Bono. Selesi Senalo. Sivia Dr. Trevor. Tangabuyelelo Muneyu Hope. Khoza Sibongile. Mahle Nkosane. Manavela Selo. Mashapa Temani Tevin. Matho Furupezani. Mathoni Adibao. Matsila Abigail. Mavula Chamumwe. Mbiza Riranzu. Molope Lizi. Muabi Pumuzo. Mudau Pano Lilian. Mudau Batali Teron. Muedi Mpo Onika. Mashavane Kululeko. Mufamadi Oripao. Mutabatsindi Wichilo Kevin. Nelukalu Ibani. Nemabola Mulweli. Nenungwi Taluso Stephen. Nechunda Zopeteya. Kuna Discover. Pandelani Isaac. Rakoma Manda. Ramatutu Ndezo Konanani Raymond. Ramugadi Rufuno Sandi. Rapadu Tabang. Sibu Inkateko Rulani. Simelane Wendy. Chavane Ayanda. Chauke Lulama. Chauke Mahlahle. Mhlongo Vanessa. Komora Rufuno Martha. Ligudu Edzisani Chamano. Rubimbi Purupero Priscilla. Mabulele Joseph. Magic Gakangwero. Magoro Adibao. Mahosi Patuani Jr. Mahwai Wandile Jason. Malinda Goba Tabero. Manenge Rifilwe. Masikamen Karabo. Masia Guara Adibao. Masina Bongilwe Yolanda. Munjezi Tinswalo Lindi. Mufanazo Mkobe. Murauzi Ronewa. Murovezi Cheza. Munjezi Mpo. Ndo ulibuani Poshia. Nedambale Roshani. Nekumbe Rinae Laki. Nemukura Mpo. Nchau Badiba Omusiwa. Kurabatu Musiki. Rachilangwa Kuriso. Shishongi Naume. Sigwabulimu Orifa Michael Victor. Singo Rolibua. Sitole Ukosi. Chakani Takarane. Chakani. Chipango mukona zote. Chililo bangwele. Vilakazi Amanda. Shilaluke Ashley. Mabata Munei Watedi.
Matebula submission. Mauvelwane Justice Ridobona. Mbanyisi Alliance. Mpenyane Lebuhang. Mudau Fano. Mutawasindi Idani Joy. Neshitangani Nchaviseni Hitler. Popi Eva. Mbezi Ndeme. Chivandekano Rolibua. Tuwani Amfarisao. Lavengwa Roana. Mukunda Mago Mpo. Murauzi Mverapanda. Nyati Loveness. Shilubane Noma Wetu Gift. Makari Arwani. Mashau Ropiwa. Mashiane Lirato Valentine. Mavungu Bangwele. Ratombo Rishikise. Sebuku Sello. Marange Mashudu Masha. Oh, okay. Marigana Rimwan.
Maringa Akani Olivia. Mbango Sandy Precious. Look there. Mudzanani Tizirondi Betwell. Mukwebo Titus, Ndou Matambeka Philip, Mungoni Rudzan, Ndou Takarani Patience, Nebujoli Matodzi Ronald, Chavalala Vutlhari Mike, Kumalo Simpiwe, Kirimi Calvin, Mabasa Nonhlanhla, Magonono Ranganani, Makuya Isaac, Malefane Sydney, Mako Katlego Ancient, Mandiwana Libuan, Maseko Lisejo Sylvia, Siwelani Mphumelele Dineo, Zwane Masana, Mufamadi Patichedzo, Muliva Adibao Desri, Mushavela Farelo Cecil, it's a new one. You don't have Mutapuli Ronewa, Nemaurania Zangwisi Emmanuel, Rachidao Tomani Shepherd,
Chavalala Chiriro, Gundura Timburuo, Hopa Molepapana Monica, Mapoli Ndibuo, Mareda Nyazani, Mashira Junior, Masinga Ntakoshon, Matoveke Burenda, Mbezi Irene, Mbewe Ndibuo, Banyele Nkululeko, Murungwa Funzani, Muthelo Mulaifa Errol. Ndo Tabero. Nepawe Mudaro. Ramafalo Kamugelo. Singo Mupulusi. Chivenga Rufiwa.
Chilwane Kujo. Mabidi Rembulwani. Madava Zote. Mashimbye Tintsumi. Mileta Patuani. Mona Nkosinati. Randera Ntambudzeni Margaret.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following qualifications: Bachelor of Administration, Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting, Bachelor of Commerce in Business Information Systems, Bachelor of Commerce in Business Management, Bachelor of Commerce in Cost and Management Accounting, Bachelor of Commerce in Economics, Bachelor of Commerce in Human Resource Management, Bachelor of Commerce in Industrial Psychology, Bachelor of Commerce in Tourism Management, Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting Sciences, as well as the Bachelor of Laws.
Hlatswayo Salamina. Hosana Tsepo. Malaza Victoria Mbali. Maluleke Tlhariane. Mandinda Rochidzwa. Manenje Mashudu Clara. Mativa Chilidzi. Mudau Chipiwa Patricia. Mudau Zipumran Silent. Nero Mondo Pfunzo. Ramja Kodan. Rapeta Phindulo Clifford. Bila Ndiwanga. Makoa Dakar. Mulapisi Dineo Lizette. Mudau Masindi Moli. Mukati Rotondo. Nemaurani Rudo Devon. Ntakeni Unarine. Ramagoma Rapararani Mashudu.
Baloy Arnold. Mafadza Rochidzwa. Makasa Shondi. Mukwevo Ndicheni. Murauzi Veronica Tendani. Murovezi Rinai Events. Munyaindwereni. Mwe Dosezani Eugene. Ramatla Kutadzo. Mavasa Tsepo Herald. Ndlovu Lavas Zandile. Ndwandwe Gift Noloazi. Sigebe Muano Ila. Makufa Levit Tinotenda. Manamela Richard Taviso. Mato Bolutendo. Mavungulu Funo Morris. Ndo Urzani. Nero Mondo Ntanganezeni. Nemu huyu Nrochidzwa. Ramarata Matume Given. Rachivumo Edwin. Sundani Kangweni. Zulu Happiness Swavile. Gomba Vusani. Makuva Takani. Masu Tamuketwa Maedza Veronica. Nechirata Sedzani Clement. Radzuma Fulufelo, Ramabulana Chipiwa,
Maruta Adibao, Makondelera Mope Hope, Mashau Dembe, Masanganyi Saline, Murauzi Tanzi, Ndlovu Ntiso, Ndlovu Themba Innocent, Ndou Dakaro, Ngoweni Rulani Happy, Ngula Tinyiko Lasta, Nyaku Aifeli, Ralipa Swapumurani, Rashitanga Chinane, Sibula Muluko Maria,
Kadebe Malusi, Mathebula Londiwe Basani, Moswane Felicia Masheko, Mukwebo Nes, Muronga Maungedzo Rosina, Nema Dandira Mpho, Chivunga Mpapa Tuchedzo, Makuya Arinao, He Asillo, Radzilani Ngoho Zvivuya,
Mashele Innocent Wongani, Matebula Numfundo Melissa, Nkabela Talent, Mpelane Mashazi Sara, Mugwedi Lazarus Mashudu, Mukosi Humbelani, Maifo Silika Reginald, Ndlovu Faith, Sikapane Matsidiso, Shaba Samantha Violet Dimakacho. Shirin Dankari Niniva.
Baloi Nyiko. Manyu Alibuani Oscar. Moramu Given. Mungoboro Andisa. Ramadzua Kodani Hebet. Chikuwa Tichaona Urayai James. Okay, thanks. Chungwane Prudence. Ruwengo Emmanuel. Mavasa Nyiko Kevin. Mafune Sampo. Matonzi Fortunate. Mokwala Rangwedi Billy. Mubaiwa Lineti Takudzwa. Mudzanani Patuchezo Rose. Mudzanani Ritonde Lucy. Mufamadi Takarani Jennifer. Nare Furupero Derek. Nubunga Rudzani. Ramaremisa Ronet. Sadiki Mkona Zote. Please. Shakwane Mantombazane Ritavile.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce the following qualification: Postgraduate Certificate in Education.
Boshamani Kennedy Mwako. Vumbi Mashudu. Tauke Amukelani. Gabara Ndibu Anita. Kadambi Ngahule Elizabeth. Karibe Bono. Kumbuza Nhlamulo Arthur. Machek Nduma, Mahodi Orialusa, Maluleke Vutaki, Manuata Dagalo, Madolani Antonia Luruli, Mabungu Tabelo Heschel, Muzanani Cecilia, Mukwebo Nakisani, Munyai Chimangazo, Ndaza Ninde, Ndo Labelesani, Nebutalo Cachuchelo, Nemalili Mkobe Ndubo, Nesengani Shandukani Munangiwa, Nechiabela Ondwela Frederick, Ngobo Bekiseni, Ngobeni Lungi, Adibao Nkanedzeni, Palandwa Mpo Kata, Paswana Ntungupazeni Sylvester, Ramano Sedzani, Ramugondo Alizuli Antonia, Ranelani Patuchezo, Rapia Remember, Ravura Mulayo, Ricoto Innocent, Sikomo Ndaezo, Sikwibilu Patuchezo, Siliga Ndicheni, Sitole Langutani, Todani Tibelembilu, Tebe Ritepile Training, Chikobi Lazarus, Shishonga Hulisani, Shishonga Tembiso, Chitanganyo Rolindela Wesley,
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce the following qualifications: Bachelor of Arts Honors in English Language Teaching, Bachelor of Arts Honors in English Literature, Bachelor of Arts Honors in History, Bachelor of Arts Honors in International Relations, Bachelor of Arts Honors in Media Studies, Bachelor of Arts Honors in Political Science, Bachelor of Arts Honors in Psychology, Bachelor of Arts Honors in Theology, Bachelor of Arts Honors in Chivenda, Bachelor of Arts Honors in Chemistry Education, Bachelor of Arts Honors in Curriculum Studies, Bachelor of Arts Honors in Early Childhood Education, Bachelor of Arts Honors in Educational Management, and Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Education Honors in Life Sciences Education. I will do that again. Bachelor of Education Honors in Life Sciences Education.
Musekwa Martin. Mutati Ruzani. Gadisi Takarani. Nechibundini Takarani. Mkombo Masana. Sibashi Taezo Bridget. Chiane Benjamin Muifo. Moa Defunzo Godfrey. Nkunanzaka. Ramanyimi Andani Prodigious. Ravele Abeani Carol. Ramoba Azyanguisi Patience. Zulu Tulani Sylvester. Shongo Zondi. Makubela Rifumelo. Nakati Mukhelo. Bida Muchizi. Mabunda Mafanato Millicent. Muchachato Urisani. Rambebu Unarene remember. Chikutura Ruzani Jessica.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following qualifications. Bachelor of Arts, Honors in Criminal Justice, Bachelor of Commerce, Honors in Business Management, Bachelor of Commerce, Honors in Cost and Management Accounting, Bachelor of Commerce Honors in Economics, Bachelor of Commerce Honors in Human Resource Management, Bachelor of Commerce Honors in Tourism Management, as well as Bachelor of Public Administration Honors.
Ramadiva Chifularo, Kumbuzo. Mashita Wycliffe Lisitsa. Muvali Takarani Agnesia. Mahada Puruso. Muturana Rofiwa. Flungwani Kanyisa Brendi. Ludere Andani. Muketwa. Ndousengani Delicia. Mudaura Berani. Chipandu Ompa Chalin. Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce the following qualifications: Masters of Nursing, Masters of Science in Nutrition.
A Master of Nursing with distinction, Munjezi Ntuseni Taini. Title, Experiences of Student Midwives regarding application of Ubuntu principles during provision of midwifery services in Vembe District, Limpopo Province. Supervisor, Prof. KG Nechisauru, Co-Supervisor, Prof. D.U. Ramatub. Master of Science in Nutrition, Kumalo Mtokozisi. Title, Nutritional Status and Milestone Development of Children aged 3 to 5 years, attending Early Childhood Development Centers at Chief Albert Lutuli Municipality. Supervisor, Prof. L.F. Mushapi. Co-supervisors, Dr. T.C. Maopo, Dr. H.V. Mbatsan.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce the following qualifications: Master of Arts, Master of Arts in African Studies, Master of Arts in Political Science, Master of Arts in Psychology, Master of Social Work, Master of Education in Curriculum Studies, Master of Education in Early Childhood Education, in Early Child Development, and a Master of Education in Educational Management.
Wankoti Wisani Charles, Master of Arts in Anthropology, title, An Investigation of Property and Inheritance Rights of the Spouses in Polygamous Customary Marriages among Vatsonga people in the Bembe District, Supervisor, Prof. Advocate P.E. Machidze, Co-Supervisor, Ms. N.P.M. Mabale. Makubele James Ansel, Master of Arts in Political Science, title, Unpacking Community Participation in the Integrated Development Planning Process in Bombela Local Municipality in Mpumalanga Province, South Africa, Supervisor Dr. N.E. Yende, Co-Supervisor Professor P. Zimiri. Mashavari Ranzu, Master of Arts in Psychology, title, The Psychological Experiences of Learners Who Have Undergone the Loss of a Parent at Collins Chabani Municipality Schools, Supervisor Dr. M.D. Mushwana, Co-Supervisor Dr. K.E. Mpepu. Nimatswarani Rendani, Master of Arts in African Studies, title, Exploring the Development of Communication Strategies for Indigenous Knowledge-Based Agricultural Produce in Chidzive Village in Tulamela Municipality of Limpopo Province in South Africa. Supervisor Prof. V. O. Nechandama, Co-Supervisors Mr. A. E. Budeli and Ms. L. D. Chikukube. Nevondo Patuchedzo Unarine, Master of Arts in African Studies, title, The Use of Information Communication Technology as a Tool of Preserving Chivenda Proverbs. Supervisor Dr. T.J. Madima, Co-Supervisors Dr. T.J. Makanike and Prof. P.E. Machidze. Mashiko Simeon Kokwane, Master of Arts in Political Science, title, Youth and Land Reform Politics, a Post-Apartheid South African Perspectives. Supervisor, Prof. M.G. Mapaya, Co-Supervisor, Mr. S. Mathagu. Nechongolwe Rabelani, Master of Arts in Psychology, title, Views of Women Regarding Gender-Based Violence in Tulamela Municipality, Limpopo Province, Supervisor Dr. M. D. Mshwana, Co-Supervisor Dr. M. Majie. Mafela Libuani, Master of Social Work, title, The Effects of the Foster Care Backlog on Prospective Beneficiaries. Supervisor Dr. G. M. Lhanyane, Co-Supervisor Ms. V. N. Mtandani. Murray Takalani Patricia, Master of Social Work, title, The Exploratory Study of Psychosocial Experiences of Female Victims of Gender-Based Violence in Skukuni District Municipality. Supervisor Dr. M.A. Mabasa, Co-Supervisor Prof. L.D. Muhorosi, and Dr. N.J. Budeli. Chauke Shihluluke, excellent, Master of Education and Curriculum Studies, title, Teacher and Learner Experiences of Using ICTs for Teaching and Learning During COVID-19, a case of 2 secondary schools in Shulubane Seket, Mupani District, Limpopo Province, Supervisor Dr. N.P. Mafenya, Co-Supervisor Dr. M.G. Mremera. Mamphe Veronica Manyuku, Master of Education Curriculum Studies, title, Constraints and Opportunities of Using Information and Communications Technology to Support Teaching and Learning of Physical Sciences in Sekhukhune East District, Supervisor Dr. D.A. Sintumule, Co-Supervisor Dr. S.L. Chikota. Mabunda Stephanie Stephen, Master of Education in Curriculum Studies, title, The Impact of Coronavirus COVID-19 Pandemic on Teaching and Learning, a case of 2 secondary schools in Ulekani Seket, Mupan District, Limpopo Province. Supervisor, Dr. N.P. Mafenya, Co-Supervisor, Dr. M.G. Sikwari. Muraudzi Tanyani Laki, posthumous, Master of Education Curriculum Studies. The title, Secondary School Teachers and Learning Attitudes Towards Information and Communication Technology, Instructional Use in Sibasa Seket, Bembe District, Limpopo Province, Supervisor Dr. M.M. Peter, Co-Supervisor Dr. G.M. Muremela. Posthumously. Mafam Mapotlo Constance, Master of Education in Early Childhood and Development, title, Parental Engagement in the Education of Grade 1 Learners During COVID-19 Pandemic in Rakwaldu 2 Seket, Supervisor Prof. S.A. Mulobedzi. Manenje Pumurani, Master of Education in Educational Management, title, Managing Teaching and Learning of Social Sciences in the General Education Training Band in Northwest Rural Primary Schools, Khanyesa Seket, Supervisor Dr. M. Jim Remela, Co-Supervisor Dr. T.H. Ove. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following qualifications. Master of Administration, Master of Laws in Human Rights, Master of Public Management, Masters of Arts in Criminal Justice, and Masters of Commerce.
Master of Administration, Ngonyama Goodman. Title, Municipal Service Delivery Challenges in a Developmental Government Context, the Case of Bembe District Municipality. Supervisor, Dr. F.J. Setu, Co-Supervisor, Professor F.J. Mafunisa. Master of Laws in Human Rights, Mashamba Takara. Mulaudzi Nzumbululo. Master of Public Management, Radzilani Florence. Master of Arts in Criminal Justice, Nemaorani Gundo Chadli, title The Criminological Inquiry into Bad Policing and Student Violent Protest, Insight from the University of Venda, Supervisor Professor S.A. Olifimbi.
Madalane Kutradzo, Master of Commerce in Accounting, title Strategies for Promoting Effective Financial Management Practices in Public Schools. A case of Ihlanzeni District Municipality in Mpumalanga Province, Supervisor Prof. Freddy Munjerere, Co-Supervisor Mr. Genius Katekwe. Chikobi Ambani, Master of Commerce in Accounting, title Efficacy of Fraud Triangle Model in the Detection of Fraudulent Financial Reporting in South African Municipalities. Supervisors Prof. E.K. Oseifua, Co-Supervisor Dr. A.B. Reynolds. Manganyi. Manganyi Smile, Master of Commerce in Business Information Systems. Title Framework for Smart Sustainable Farming Using the Artificial Intelligence of Things in South Africa, a case of small-scale plant farming. Supervisor Prof. Armstrong Kajamatimba, Co-Supervisor Mrs. N. Patala. Mazivandira Bonani, Master Mazivandira Bonani, Master of Commerce in Business Management, title The Sustainability of Home-Based Businesses Operating in Vembe District Municipality. Supervisor Prof. Norman Chilia, Co-Supervisor Dr. N.G. Ramabona. Mweda Muchiza, Master of Commerce in Business Management, title The Role of Entrepreneurial Leadership on the Business Performance in SMEs in the Vembe District, Limpopo Province. Supervisor Dr. L.G. Nkondo, Co-Supervisor Ms. N.T. Komera. Muleya Chalen, Master of Commerce in Business Management, title The Influence of Digital Marketing on the Growth of SMEs, a case of Tshwane Metropolitan Municipality of South Africa. Supervisor Prof. Nixon Muganda Ochara, Co-Supervisor Mr. S. Sindie. Chiseve Libuani, Master of Commerce in Business Management, title, The Extent of Entrepreneurship Education in Fostering Entrepreneurial Intentions, the case of selected technical vocational education and training college in Ibembe or in Limpopo province. Supervisor Prof. N. Chilia, co-supervisor Mr. S. Zindie.
Rabelani Burenda Patricia, Masters of Commerce in Economics, the title, Non-Linear and Asymmetric Exchange Rate Pass-Through to Consumer Prices in South Africa, the supervisor, myself, Dr. Azufaneli Nemshungwa, co-supervisor, Dr. Mraini Dagume. Mafunami Huvo, Master of Commerce Economics, the title of the project, The Impact of Macroeconomic Variables on Stock Market Performance in South Africa, Supervisor Ziko Nyamazunzu, Doctor, and also Dr. M.A. Dagume. I thank you.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce the following qualification, Doctor of Nursing.
Mahlatsi Kaugelo Success, Doctor of Nursing, title, A Communal Holistic Therapeutic Approach for Psychosocial Health Management among Southern African indigenous communities. Supervisor, Prof. A.J. Pinar, co-supervisors, Prof. M.T. Muraudzi, Dr. T. Marwer. The supervisor will read the citation.
In his thesis titled, A Communal Holistic Therapeutic Approach for Psychosocial Health Management amongst Southern African indigenous communities, Ntate Mahlatsi asserted that psychosocial health remains on the backseat of the global health systems. Hence, this thesis aligns itself with the Sustainable Development Goals. Mr. Mahlatsi uses an explorative, sequential research approach, where in his first phase, he focuses on classical grounded theory, which is a complex Glaserian method. In phase 2, he uses integrative literature to ground the constructs found in the classical grounded theory method. And in phase 3, he used CVI, CVR, and Kappa statistic to confirm and validate the middle range theory. His unique contribution is a middle range practice theory that focuses on the communal holistic therapeutic approach for psychosocial health management amongst Southern African indigenous communities. He positioned cultural axioms, co-living, and communal therapeutic techniques as his main construct. This emerging middle range practice theory transform psychosocial health management into practice that is accessible, cost-effective, culturally congruent. This propels the success of the Sustainable Development Goals, and that is number 3 and 17. Khotso Pula Nala.
Makado Aneshila, Doctor of Nursing. Title: Strategies to Improve Support for Children Heading Families in Limpopo Province, South Africa. Supervisor: Prof. N. Dindo, Co-Supervisor: Prof. N.H. Shuluvani, Dr. J.L. Mafumo. The Co-Supervisor will read the citation.
In her thesis, Strategies to Improve Support for Children Heading Families in Limpopo Province, South Africa, she used a qualitative approach with an exploratory and descriptive design. The findings of the study revealed psychological, financial, social, educational, health, and safety challenges from children heading families. Psychological, financial, social, educational, health, and safety support from relatives and community members were inadequate and ineffective. Psychological, financial, social, educational, health, and safety strategies to improve support for children heading families were developed. She's the 74-year-old candidate whom the Vice Chancellor indicated.
Tandabatu Chinane Gladys, Doctor of Nursing. The title: Guidelines to Support Professional Nurses in Managing Aggressive Patients Within a Mental Health Care Unit in Limpopo Province, South Africa. Supervisor: Dr. N.S. Ralipaswa, Co-Supervisor: Prof. M. Malulek. The Supervisor will read the citation.
In her thesis, Thandabantu Chinane Gladys developed guidelines to support professional nurses in managing aggressive patients within the acute mental health care unit of Limpopo Province, South Africa. A qualitative approach using descriptive, explorative, and contextual design was used in this study. The sampling was done in 3 phases, of which district and selected hospitals were sampled purposively, whereas participants were sampled conveniently. This study revealed that participants need support and protection from the management to enhance continuity of care, treatment, and rehabilitation of patients. Managers should discuss incidences with the nurses on the production level and develop a contingency plan together. Therefore, developed guidelines can improve skills, quality of care, and reduction of professional nurses' psychological stress, since her findings
constitutes an original and valuable contribution in providing proper care.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce the following qualifications: Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Philosophy in African Studies, Doctor of Philosophy in Arts and Social Sciences, Doctor of Philosophy in Gender Studies, Doctor of Philosophy in History, and Doctor of Philosophy in Theology.
Jawodwana Nomla Linda, Doctor of Philosophy, Sociology. Title, Experiences of Unemployed Black People Living with Disabilities in Soshanguve Township, South Africa. An exploratory study. Supervisor, Prof. Arch Pumulo. Co-supervisor, Prof. T. Chari. The supervisor will read the citation.
In her thesis, Ms. Jobodwana examined the experiences of unemployed black men and women living with disabilities in Soshanguve Township to shed light on the marginalization, discrimination, exploitative and precarious conditions of people living with disabilities in the employment sector. Mrs. Jobodwana deployed a qualitative research designed anchored on in-depth interviews with 15 purposefully selected unemployed black people living with disabilities. The study revealed that although people living with disabilities have access to opportunities such as limited skills training, social assistance, financial support, disability grants and social protection, and related cash transfer programs, they experienced a plethora of unemployment-related challenges such as depression, hunger, poverty, homelessness, lack of access to labor markets, sexual harassment, lack of assistive devices, lack of information, and lack of assistive devices.
Muloi Mbuti Thomas, Doctor of Philosophy in African Studies. Title, Iphungwa ngezithebe, Exploring Umaskandi in the Fourth Industrial Revolution, Threats and Opportunities. Supervisor, Prof. M.G. Mapaya, Co-Supervisor, Dr. T.G. Zulu. The supervisor will read the citation.
Mboti Thomas Muloi's thesis, Iphungwa ngezithebe, Exploring Umaskandi in the Fourth Industrial Revolution, Threats and Opportunities, investigate the intricate relationship between the traditional music genre Umaskandi and the transformative forces of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Muloi's research critically evaluates the threats posed by rapid technological advancements while uncovering opportunities for cultural expression, and innovation within uMaskandi. Through his work, he emphasizes the resilience of African identity and the significance of preserving cultural heritage in a contemporary context. Molloy's findings contribute substantially to the discourse on cultural adaptation and preservation, motivating future generations to embrace their roots while navigating the complexities of an evolving world.
Poshoko Mahalane Theophilus, Doctor of Philosophy in African Studies, title, Implications of African Pianism on the Instrumentation and Orchestration of Mino, Supervisor Prof. M.G. Mapaya, Co-Supervisor Dr. T.G. Zulu. The supervisor will read the citation.
In the thesis, Implications of African Pianism on the Arrangement and Orchestration of Mino, Mr. Poshoko embarked on a detailed journey into the cultural and musical foundations of the songs, crafting guidelines for their orchestrations using a variety of instruments, some of which not traditionally linked to African music. In this undertaking, Mr. Poshoko confronts the task of transcribing complex African rhythms into Western notation, while striving to retain the original essence of the songs. He highlights how strategic instruments selection can substantially enrich a composition's depth and audience impact. In advocating for blending contemporary orchestration techniques with traditional music, Poshoko's model of orchestration that adjusts the complexity of a song, potentially enriching school curriculum with a varied textures and rhythms of African music. This model can foster a broader musical understanding and appreciation among students.
Masila Joshua, Doctor of Philosophy in Arts and Social Sciences, title, Indigenous Solid Waste Management Practices for Sustainable Environment, a case of Talahane Village, Limpopo Province, South Africa. Supervisor Advocate Professor Machidze, Co-Supervisor Prof. N.V. Nechandama, and Dr. N.V. Mdau. The supervisor will read the citation.
The thesis focused on identifying indigenous solid waste management practices in Talahane village to promote a sustainable environment. This qualitative study was underpinned by integrated sustainable solid waste management and drivers pressure state impact response frameworks. It was established that some indigenous solid waste management practices can divert solid waste from landfills by promoting reduction, reuse, and repurposing of waste, thereby promoting a sustainable environment. New knowledge to be used by researchers and policymakers towards a comprehensive understanding of indigenous solid waste management practices was brought to light. The study culminated in developing an indigenized solid waste framework that municipalities can use to integrate indigenous solid waste management practices for a sustainable environment into the municipal solid waste management plan. It also contributes towards zero waste landfills and promoting a circular economy.
Ngobeni Elang Kensanu, Doctor of Philosophy in Gender Studies. Title, Gender Mainstreaming in the Appointment Process of Senior Management, the case of the Office of the Premier in Limpopo Province, South Africa. Supervisor, Dr. N. Chem Kwebo, Co-Supervisor, Professor T.D. Tobejane. The supervisor will read the citation.
In her study, Kensani Elani Ngobeni investigated the appointments of managers to top management position in the office of the Premier in Limpopo Province. The study used the feminist framework of conducting research to comprehend the underlying reason for workplace disparities, particularly those involving males and females. Females have been severely underrepresented in decision-making bodies and governing organizations for years. Remarkably, there is no management of consequences for people who choose not to promote gender equality in the public sector. This study by Ms. Ngobeni yielded an article to be published in a peer-reviewed journal. The article is titled Evaluation of Gender Mainstreaming in the Appointment of Senior Management, a case study of the Office of the Premier in Limpopo Province, South Africa.
Mabitsela Sean Abel, Doctor of Philosophy in History. Title, Representation of Southern African National Liberation Movements at the United Nations, 1962 to 1975. Supervisor, Prof. P. Zimiri, co-supervisors, Prof. T. Chari, and Advocate Prof. Machidze. The co-supervisor will read the citation.
In his thesis titled Representation of Southern African National Liberation Movements at the United Nations, 1962 to 1975, Mr. Sean Mabitsela deployed a qualitative research methodology anchored on archival textual data and document analysis to examine efforts by Southern African liberation movements in their quest for inclusion at the United Nations system. Drawing from selected case studies in Southern Africa, the thesis illuminates on the genesis, progression, historical antecedents leading to formal recognition of liberation movements by the UN, mechanisms adopted by the UN to accommodate them, the role of the Organization of African Unity, and reactions of the international community. The thesis condensed that formal recognition of liberation movements as sovereign states or authentic representatives of their colonies was a watershed and an epoch-defining moment that paved the way to their role in the decolonization process in Southern Africa, and became a harbinger for the formal international aid and support to these liberation movements. Mr. Sean Mabisela. Congratulations.
Mashabela Sikhochi Elias, Doctor of Philosophy in Theology, title, Pastoral Care Interventions by Untrained Pastoral Caregivers in Polokwane Local Municipality, Limpopo Province, South Africa. Supervisor, Prof. G. Baloyi, and co-supervisor, Dr. L.M. Dimeli. I will read citation on behalf of the supervisors. In his thesis entitled Pastoral Care Interventions by Untrained Pastoral Caregivers in Polokwane Local Municipality, Limpopo Province, South Africa, the candidate employs a qualitative method to investigate the impact of pastoral care offered by untrained pastors. The key findings show that those not formally trained lack understanding of the components of pastoral work and the right methodical approach to different situations. The study reveals that it is difficult for untrained pastors to provide relevant care techniques to individuals with various emotional, mental, and spiritual challenges in society. The study shows great appreciation for preaching or spiritual upliftment. However, without knowledge of pastoral care and counseling, the church can potentially worsen how the church should function in society. For the church to be relevant in its pastoral care duties, the study recommends the need for formal training to acquire relevant knowledge in dealing with complicated life-threatening crises. Mudaundi Zurapi, Doctor of Philosophy in History, title, Reforming Reformed Liturgy, an African decolonial study for liturgical practices in the Black Reformed Churches of South Africa. Supervisor, Dr. H.P. Kosa, co-supervisor, Dr. L.M. Dimeli. The supervisor will read the citation.
Reverend Mudau's thesis focused on reforming and decolonizing reform liturgy in an African setting. The thesis explores the historical introduction of Christianity in South Africa and the relationship between European missiology and African cultural practices. The thesis argues that African Reformed churches should reflect African identity and decolonize liturgical practices that have historically regarded African values. It argues that the RCSA combined biblical interpretation, cultural factors, and human knowledge, and that a complete restructuring is necessary to ensure its relevance and significance within the Black church. The study emphasized the need for further research on reform worship to bridge existing disparities and encouraging upcoming generation to actively participate in liturgical incorporation African cultures.
Mutibi Mashudu Edward, Doctor of Philosophy and Theology, title, Deviant Healing Practices Within Contemporary Religious Movements in Thohoyandou, Limpopo, towards a post-colonial African practical theology perspective. Supervisor, Dr. L.M. Dimeli, co-supervisor, Professor G.E. Dames. I will read citation on behalf of the supervisors. The study unpacked the universality of religion and focused on the underlying philosophy of African religious experiences and expressions. Rev. TB has defined and explained deviant healing practices within contemporary religious movements in Thohoyandou from a practical theological perspective and probed consequent incidents of spiritual abuse. He also appraised the implications and the challenges of melding indigenous religious beliefs and practices and those of Western organization. The focus was to unearth the depth of missionary influence or lack thereof that contributed to the deviant healing practices among identities within the Venda spiritual landscape and heritage. The study is qualitative and encompasses an ethnographic methodology. The findings will benefit faith communities and government leaders by fostering inclusivity and offering a moral strategy for healing within the context of contemporary African spirituality. The study presents religious insights from a practical theological perspective and expounds on the interpretations of pastoral care within contemporary religious belief systems. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following qualifications. Doctor of Administration, Doctor of Philosophy in Accounting, Doctor of Philosophy in Business Management, Doctor of Philosophy, Business Information Systems, and Doctor of Philosophy, Criminal Justice.
Maila Kutso Delphi, Doctor of Administration. The title, Effect of Developmental Local Government in Implementing Local Economy Development Strategies, a case of Polokwane, local municipality. Supervisor, Professor P.H. Munjedzi, and co-supervisor, Dr. Matebula from the University of Limpopo. The citation will be read by Matebula.
In his thesis entitled The Effect of Developmental Local Government in Implementing Local Economic Development Strategy in Polokwane Local Municipality, the candidate examined the effect of developmental local government in implementing local economic development, LED, using Polokwane Local Municipality as a case study. To establish the relationship between developmental local government and the potential of boosting LED, the study adopted the development theory as a framework with which to interrogate the problem. Through a mixed method approach, the study revealed that developmental local government and LED can be used as a tool of addressing inequalities, especially in the sphere of local government. One of the recommendations emanating from the study is for sufficient financing of LED initiatives, which appears to be neglected. The study proposes the Sustainable Developmental Local Economic Stimuli Model, which is based on the principles of stakeholder participation, community value, utilization of local resources, job creation, accountability measures, local education and training, participative NGOs, local investors, and empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Maela Kujo Delphas. Congratulations, sir.
Abasi Alex Kwame, Doctor of Philosophy in Accounting. Title, Formulation of Weighted Disclosure Indices and their Application in Evaluating Accounting Disclosure and Financial Performance of Listed Firms. Supervisor, Professor E.K. Osefua. Co-supervisor, Professor N.F. Munjelele. And the supervisor is going to read the citation.
In Alex Kwame Abasi's thesis titled Formulation of Weighted Disclosure Indices and Their Application in Evaluating Accounting Disclosure in Financial Performance of Listed Firms, he studied listed firms in South Africa and Ghana. The objective was to formulate two novel weighted disclosure indices for evaluating accounting disclosure in financial statements and apply them in multivariate regression to study firms listed on both the Johannesburg Stock Exchange and the Ghana Stock Exchange. The study was motivated by the dearth of weighted disclosure indices in the literature for measuring accounting disclosures. Mr. Abasi subsequently developed two weighted disclosure indices which can be used to evaluate both the clarity or vagueness of a firm's accounting disclosure compliance level. Based on the JSC and the GSC vagueness results, the study suggests that there is a reduced understandability of the financial statements and higher information asymmetry. The study concludes that the compliance level is high in both stock exchanges, but clarity is not as high as the compliance level. Congratulations.
Raziedani Kaduchel Collins, Doctor of Philosophy in Business Management. Title, A Support Framework for Enhancing Business Performance of Rural SMMEs in the Limpopo Province, South Africa. Supervisor, Professor N. Chilia. Co-supervisor, Dr. L. Jing Kondo. The supervisor will read the citation.
Katuchelo Collins Raziadane worked on developing a support framework for enhancing business performance of rural SMMEs in the Limpopo Province, South Africa. The study investigated variations in rural entrepreneurship performance across demographics within South Africa's Limpopo Province. It contributed to the support of conceptual framework, marking the initial effort in guiding entrepreneurs towards sustainable enterprise performance. Aside from delineating entrepreneurship barriers, the framework was crafted to offer potential remedies for supporting SMMEs owner-managers in rural South Africa and beyond. Ultimately, the model delineates various categories of challenges faced by SMME sector of the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Raziadane Katuchero Collins. Congratulations.
Patala Najabanu Noro Muhammad, Doctor of Philosophy in Business Information System. Title, A Framework for Application of the Fourth Industrial Revolution in Improving Quality of Tertiary Institution in South Africa. Supervisor, Professor A.K. Kajigamatimba. Co-supervisor, Dr. W. Munyoka. I'll read the citation. Patala's thesis investigates how Fourth Industrial Revolution tools can be applied in tertiary institutions to improve service quality in the pedagogy and research frontiers. Underpinned by a positive research program, quantitative data was collected from both academic students to test the groundbreaking 4IR service quality improvement framework. The study found that tertiary institutions ought to assess their capabilities and readiness levels, staff technical capabilities, the exorbitant cost of licensing, 4IR-based institutional responses, empathy, and assurance were found to be inhibit 4IR adoption. The findings of this study have implications on the decision makers and implementers who seek sustainable quality service provision through 4IR tools in the institution of higher education. One article and conference proceeding have been published from their thesis. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Patala. Okay. Nechirandu Vusani, Doctor of Philosophy in Business Information System. Title, Digital Framework for Redefining South Africa Local Government Service Delivery. Supervisor, Dr. W. Munyoka. Co-supervisor, Professor A. Kajigamatimba. Citation will be read by Sogo.
Masheku Wuzilo thesis focuses on developing. Neshirando Vusani PhD thesis examines digital transformation in rural local municipalities service delivery model to enhance service delivery. It converges mixed method research approach underpinning this study. The study found that even though emerging technology-driven business models present potential benefits, rural municipalities in South Africa are finding it difficult to integrate emerging technologies into their business service delivery model due to challenges such as a lack of digital technology expertise, limited resources, and financial support. The study advances a digital transformation framework that could guide rural local municipalities to successfully transform service delivery operations by adopting emerging technologies. The study presents recommendations for decision makers, practitioners, and policy makers regarding effective and efficient digital transformation pathways. In rural local municipality, one research article was published from this work, while another was accepted. Congratulations.
Macheki Vuchelo, Doctor of Philosophy in Business Information System. Title, A Framework of Integrating Adaptive Assistive technologies in inclusive education, a case of the disability unit of University of Venda. Supervisor, Professor Eika Jagamatimba. Co-supervisor, Professor N.O. Muganda from University of Wits. Thank you. I'll read the citation. Macheke's thesis focused on developing a framework of integrating adaptive assistive technology in inclusive education for the University of Venda. The framework contributes to the knowledge of action as it provides university with alternative systematic way of harnessing resources to meet the educational needs of students with disability. The study highlights significant challenges such as a lack of proper frameworks and guidelines that hinder the successful integration of these technologies in a disadvantaged rural universities. The study identifies critical requirements for framework, including strategies for procurement, training, funding, and integration of assisted technologies. The research contributed valuable insights categorized as knowledge for action, essentially for promoting inclusive education and meeting the needs of the students with disability. The academic contribution bridged the gap in knowledge in assistive technology integration in inclusive education by applying different theoretical perspectives in a disadvantaged rural university. The research has resulted in publication of 2 peer-reviewed articles in accredited journal. Ladies and gentlemen, Macheke, congratulations. Madima Ketiwe, Doctor of Philosophy in Criminal Justice, title, Evaluation of Local Government Environment in Criminal Prevention, Insight from Mpani District Municipality, Limpopo Province. Supervisor, Prof. S.A. Olofimbi, and co-supervisor, Prof. K.A. Rakubu from Tswana University of Technology. The supervisor will read the citation.
In our thesis entitled An Evaluation of Local Government Involvement in Crime Prevention, Insight from Mupane District Municipality, Limpopo Province, Ketiwe Madima sees crime prevention as one of the key national priorities in South Africa. Since the establishment of the National Crime Prevention Strategy, NCPX, in 1996. Against this background, she developed the Social Justice Sustainability Model, known as SJSM, to showcase and advance the role of Mopane District Municipality in crime prevention, control, and reduction. Using a mixed method research design, data were collected from municipal officials, South Africa Police Service, SAPS Social Crime Prevention Units, designated community members, and the Mopane District Coordinator for the Development of Transport and Community Safety. Our main findings show that local municipalities' involvement in crime prevention is dramatically limited due to several factors, including insufficient resources for community safety plans, the exponential growth of informal settlement, poor coordination by crime prevention key role players, lack of bylaws, accountability issues, political interference in community structures, and a general lack of knowledge and expertise. She presented her research to an international audience at the European Society for Criminology Conference in Italy. She has published an article in a peer-reviewed accredited journal. Ketiwe is acclaimed as the first candidate to obtain a PhD in the indelible history of the School of Law, University of Venda, South Africa. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? Can I just have your attention for a minute, please? About 2 weeks ago, in this province, 2 women were shot and killed by a white farmer, and their bodies were thrown into a pigsty for the pigs to eat their bodies. This was on a farm just outside Polokwane. One of the women, Maria Makhato, because we have to name them, they are not statistics, they are people. Her son, 21-year-old son, spoke about how he found his mother's body. And he found the pigs had started eating her body. He's 21 years old, and Maria was a single mother with 4 children. The youngest is 5 years old. And as we speak, they are without a mother. She and her friend Kuzai were killed because they were poor and black. As we recognized our stalwarts that served at this university, I would like us please to stand and observe a minute of silence in memory of Maria and Kuzai. May their souls rest in peace. Thank you very much. I know this is a celebratory event, but I always want us to never forget where we come from as a country, especially as we celebrate 30 years of democracy in this country. Never forget where we come from. And to you, graduates, I really plead that you never cross that line where you deny your own humanity. You must never, ever forget your humanity, whatever the temptations are. Whether you are hungry, whether you are struggling, you must never, ever cross that line where you forget that you are human before you are poor or hungry. It's going to be difficult as we walk out of here. The country is facing many difficulties, but whatever you do, don't ever, ever forget your humanity, Ubuntu. Today, we celebrate with you also Heritage Day. And Dr. Zaga said to me, it's Heritage Day, so we must be in our traditional gear. He didn't tell everybody, but me he told. So again, in honor of these 2 women, I decided that, I'm going to celebrate the people of Ethiopia. Those of you who have seen my dress would know it's the national dress of the Ethiopian people. And then I decided, unbeknown, that we will be honoring a Ghanaian patriot here as well. I decided also to celebrate the Ghanaian people with a kente belt. Now I chose those 2 countries. Because the Ethiopians, in honor of Maria and Kuzai, the Ethiopians at some stage, for them to be able not to be colonized by the Italians. Ethiopia was one of the countries that resisted colonialism. And for them not to be colonized by the Italians, when the the emperor was a little shaky, Menelik, it was the queen, Taito, who led a brigade of fighters, and she led 500 men to war and she beat the Italians. I want you to remember that at some stage in our history as African, we were not always oppressed. We were not always Kuzai and Maria. We were conquerors. And then the other woman in honor of Maria and Kuzai again that I celebrate today is a queen of the Ashanti, the great Ashanti nation, Asantewa, Ya Asantewa. She also looked at the British in the face. We call it the War of the Golden Stool. You must ask our Ghanaian colleagues here, they will tell you more about it. That she decided that we are going to go to war to protect our Ashanti Golden Stool. Not the stool itself, but what it represented, their own identity, their nationhood. And it was a woman who said, enough is enough, after they had captured the ruling king. So, in honor of these two women who brutally lost their lives in Polokwane just a couple of weeks ago, I want you to remember Taito, Queen Taito. I want you to remember Queen Ya Asantewa, and know that we were once very proud people, and we once respected one another, and we were once respected. So as you go out there, please keep that in mind. Whatever the temptations of today are, whether you are tempted to steal money, whether there are tenders, whether there are, just remember that you really come from great people. And I want to say to your parents, to the teachers here, very well done. Parents, look after them. They are still, I mean, not all of them are young, but most of the ones who graduated today are young. Look after them. They still need our guidance. They will need it forever because this country is very complicated. But well done to the parents, well done to the staff. This is a day to celebrate, but as we celebrate, let us remember who we are, and let us remember the challenges that lay ahead of us. Congratulations and well done. Thank you.
There was the Chancellor of the University of Venda, Advocate Mujangu Gumbi, Chairperson of Council Ntate Licheta, the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Bernardine Tambereni, has given me an instruction to convey this message, that the University of Venda admission and registration regulations do not prevent members of council from registering with this university. And it is for this reason that we had among the graduates one of our former council members, Dr. Katu Razwedan, graduating. Congratulations, Dr. Razwedan. Colleagues would like to invite all our PhD graduates to join the academic procession in front of the Life Sciences building for a group picture. And after the dissolution of the congregation by the Chancellor, we should remain standing until such time the last person in the procession has left the auditorium. So this will be preceded by the singing of the national anthem led by Univen Choir. So when the national anthem is being sung, we should all rise and all men should remove their caps or hats. Shall we all rise?
of the authority entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of Venda.